I'm not looking. Hello and welcome to the pre-match show of Delhi Capitals versus Gujarat Giants. For a second, I had actually forgotten it was Gujarat versus who. But anyway, because loads of calculations are going on in my mind, which I'm sure is going on in Gujarat Giants' mind as well. Let me introduce my panelists first: Shubhayan Chakraborty, Bharat, and Devashish Sen. Before I go to any of them, uh, the pitch is a little different. It's a fresh pitch today at Brabant, which means there will be carry. It's a little wet, which means there will be a little movement with the new ball. And Shubhan, I'll come to you first. That Brabant, the stands are in such a way that the breeze can actually help a little bit of lateral movement, right? And I'm hearing it's more
Right.
humid in Mumbai today, which
Okay.
also then means it increases the chances of dew. So everything
True.
pointing at bowling first.
Yes, and I was just reading the pitch report by Anjum Chopra, and she said she says that it's a good batting track, and there's some grass on the pitch as well, and there's some moisture around as well. So the pace bowlers initially will get the assistance. If Delhi Capitals bowl first, I think they have a good chance because of their bowling attack, their
If
pace
Delhi
attack, both
Capitals bowl
Shikha.
first, then we should prepare for a quick post show. End of story.
Yes, Marjan Kap and Shikha Pandey will make the most out of it. But yes, a fresh pitch, so I'm expecting again a bit of runs. The it has been the trend has changed to 160, 170. So, but I am expecting at least 180 plus here, given that it's a fresh total, fresh pitch.
Right. Devashish, in Brabant, three matches have been won by the teams batting first and three by chasing. So there's no past stats to look at. So as a captain, do you just see the pitch and go with what it is today instead of looking at the stats?
Yeah, obviously that might have influenced a captain winning first and batting first, because the
Right.
teams batting first have won the matches so far in Bremen. So that might be the reason. But it's a high scoring pitch. I mean, most of the matches normally in Bremen, it's normally a high scoring affair. So Delhi would love to score big, but then at the same time, Gujarat with that momentum, uh, winning that last match, they will have the momentum. So they would love to restrict the Delhi Capitals to as low as total as they want.
But Delhi
Uh,
are bowling first, right?
Delhi are bowling first.
Delhi are bowling first.
Delhi are bowling first,
ye-
right? Right. So,
yes,
Yes.
Gujarat is batting first. I
so
was coming to that. Of course the coin toss has gone Delhi's way and Delhi is bowling first. But Delhi and Gujarat Bharat both have scored 200 plus in Brabant itself. And Delhi and Gujarat also have this unique record that both of them, their lowest scores have been 105. Lowest first inning scores. So, what do you think? How would a team like GG now react to a fresh pitch, wet pitch, and batting first?
Yeah, the first, if there's grass on the surface, if there is any kind of moisture, then definitely they have to be a little more circumspect in the first 4 to 6 overs at least. As you know, the white Kookaburra swings for about 2 3 overs, and you expect a little bit of nifty movement as well off the pitch. Cap is someone, when she wants to, she can hit a hard length and restrict, and if she really wants to, she can go fuller and find the sea movement of the pitch too. And obviously Shika is also there. So the good pace attack, and the first 6 overs, it could be trouble for GG if they don't really circumspect. Obviously, it comes down to some decent technique. If you load too early when you're playing movement, too early, then you will plant your front foot too early. If you don't, you just have to load early, but not too early. Then you are able to. Then you would be able to play late and negate the movement. So the first 4 6 overs, they have to get their technique right. If there is any kind of nifty moment off the pitch.
Well, before I continue on the show, can we please add Abhijit from Birmingham. Abhijit, enjoying the All England?
Yes, enjoying, and it's good to see all of you. Trisha, Devashish yesterday, Bharat and Shubhayan was there. Yes, All England Open has been fabulous so far and good start today. Um, Trisha Jolly and Gayatri Gopichan winning that fantastic match today with against Fukushima and Hirota. And Fukushima Hirotama was, the former world number one, currently ranked in the world, and the second game was fantastic. They had, I think, 5 or 6 game points, and it came down to close, and it was interesting to see. And there was Indian supporter as well. But good in the end. Gayatri and Tisha Jolly won. A post match was very interesting as well. I talked to them, and they said, of course, Gayatri said she spoke to her father yesterday, and then he said, just have fun. I think that's what really Gopichan, the great coach, he knows how to, give a small, to the point, you know, where, you just change the character of a person. So I think a fantastic thing.
Right. Thank you, Abhijit. Shubhan, I have the biggest smile on my face because Gujarat is finally, Gujarat has got Bulwart and Dunkley. I mean, Dunkley was obviously already there. They have gotten Bulwart in place of Annabelle Sutherland
Right.
and Ashwini. I have been screaming about this for days, months, years now, and I'm so glad that that this has finally happened. Whether they win or lose is a separate story. You think this is
Right.
the most balanced Gujarat playing 11?
I think so. I think so. I think so. And with this change, as I said in the previous after match discussion on Gujarat Giants' match, I would like to see Mansi Joshi bowl a bit more in this match. And of course, Sophia Dunkley, Laura Woolbard both bringing their international experience into the play. I think that will help Gujarat Giants a bit more. But yes, Sophia Dunkley scored a duck in her previous game. Laura Woolbard scored a duck in her previous game,
They're all
which
coming
was
from ducks.
the first priority for both of them would be to score at least one
Get
run and
off the
then take it
mask.
forward. Yes, and take it forward
Absolutely.
from there. But good change to bring Ashwini as well into the play.
Devashish, Delhi Capitals' run rate in the power play has been around 9.6, whereas Gujarat's has been somewhere around 6.5, which a slow start in T20. In T20s obviously leaves a lot to do. You think Dunkley with the inclusion of someone like a Woolward can now probably go a little more on the attack?
Absolutely, and that should be the approach. Uh, because if you can utilize the power play, if you can score somewhere in the region of even a 50 for one, I think Gujarat Giants will take it because you've been put into bat. You need to post a big total because that Delhi Capitals, the top five, is a very decent bat. They have a lot of firepower at the start. So I think it's a good move by Gigi maybe to and also Meghna not clicking at the start. That was also causing a bit of concern. She hasn't fired so far in the WPL, so that has been a concerning sight. And now that both Sophia Dunkley and Laura Woolward coming in, that will add more firepower to the batting, and hopefully they contribute more today because the Gujarat Giants from now on will have to win all matches to stay in contention. With any slip up, yeah, on equation they will still have.
Considering I have done this cross table and I have decided how will Gujarat reach 8 points, I'm sure they will not disappoint me.
So do you think that 8 points will be the magic figure to make it to the playoffs?
The way UP, RCB, and Gujarat are stuck, I feel the third team might even qualify with 6 points and a
Right.
better run rate.
Okay. And what happens if DC wins tonight? Are they guaranteed a place in the playoffs?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, so then
So
then
one
it's,
and two
it's
are decided. You understand why I said
yeah.
six will be enough, because one and two are then decided. and Gujarat will be left with 6 pointers in this thing, and RCB also can get a maximum of 6. And if Gujarat gets a maximum, 6 points, which means Gujarat will be defeating UP. So UP also can reach a maximum 6 points. So all that calculations in my head, that I have said that six would be
Okay.
six could be the magical figure. People do homeworks. I do my table homework as well. And that's why I was telling Boria this just before the show, that if I can do this homework, I think everybody else can do, especially the comms. I'm sorry, but I have to listen to cricket with commentary on mute. It irritates me. And sorry, Gujarat Bharat has used three different opening pairs. Fourth one, you think this is where we are settled? Even if they don't score, let's say, I mean, I don't want to say this, but let's say they don't score. Even then, do you think this is their best opening pair?
Yeah, if you see Dunkley is someone who takes more risks, and Woolward is someone who can kind of play in a sedate fashion. So they could, yeah, that could work for them. Obviously, Dunkley could be in trouble if Cap gets a few to nip back of the seam because he hangs back in the crease. But the way these two combine, the duet, one of them attacks a little more, perhaps, and the other one can take over after a few overs. So it perhaps would work well for them.
Right. Shubhayan, DC spinners have taken the least wickets among all the
Hmm.
teams. Their pacers have done so well that basically the nobody has really seen that they haven't worked well. But the change that Delhi has made, they have gotten Poonam Yadav in place of Tara Norris, and which is a very interesting change because Gujarat is full of right-handers.
Absolutely, and I think it's sort of a comeback for Poonam Yadav into the elite cricket after being dropped from the Indian team, and she will have a point to prove. She's an experienced campaigner, one of the highest wicket takers for India in the shortest format. So she would be itching to prove a point that she still can play at the highest of levels, and we have seen she has achieved a lot of success with a slower deliveries, very slow deliveries, we can say. And it would be interesting in these shorter boundaries how those pan out for Poonam Yadav. But yes, as you clearly said that DC's spin department is somewhere they have lacked a bit of punch. Radha Yadav with the ball, she hasn't done a lot in this tournament so far. So Poonam Yadav can they would like her to bring her experience into the play and maybe pick up a couple of wickets. That would be a good start for the Delhi Capitals in the spin department at least.
Abhijit, coming to you, if you could just give us who all are next up in the All England badminton. I know our viewers might think that why am I switching between WPL and All England? It's because that's how sports works.
Hmm.
Simultaneously, if
Yeah.
there is a boxing championship going on, there's a All England going on, there's a WPL going on, and there's only one channel which gives you the coverage of all three. So, Abhijit, tell us about the Indians in action from now on in All England.
Yeah. Yeah, before All England Open, I'll just say that, when the situations are like cricket is going on, boxing is going on, badminton, so it's like dharm sankat for us. What all to follow, all the,
No,
I
that's
would
why
say
you have
sports
different
content.
gadgets, no? TV,
Yeah,
iPod, iPad,
And
phone.
there was a terrific match between Nepal and UAE as well earlier this day.
Yes,
So
yes,
that was a crazy game.
yeah, but
absolutely.
just
I
like
think entire
you
Nepal has
guys
come to watch
didn't
that.
even,
Entire Nepal
It
has
was
come.
insane. It was
All over.
insane.
I was just speaking to one of the journalists here, and he said, he's amazed to see how the WPL has
Abhijit,
got
can you be a
started
little
and how much
louder?
amount of money it's been invested. It's so getting popular here. Yeah, all I'm saying is, I met a journalist here, and he said, it's so great to see the women's cricket is also getting so much of, uh, you know, um, popularity, and the amount of money that's been paid. It's huge. Coming back to All England Open, we have Lakshya Sen in some time. His match will start. We also have Satvik and Chirag in men's doubles, and HS Pranoy and K Srikanth will also be playing their matches today. Hopefully, all will go through the next round. It will be interesting to see how the matches will be. I think Lakshya Sen's match against Axter from Denmark, it's going to be really interesting. I'm really looking forward for that match.
Abhijit, we have sent you to make sure everyone, all the Indians win, not just hoping. Otherwise,
Yeah,
as
that's
we
why
are
that's why
threatening
I'm here.
Shubhayan, we will ask you to come back.
Uh, we'll talk on that later.
Devashish, Gujarat. I mean, I will shift to though Gujarat is batting. I'll shift to the Delhi Capitals batting a bit. Shafali and Meg Lanning have been dangerous, but Meg Lanning has been dismissed by spinners in all the innings that she has been dismissed. You know, all four dismissals have been spinners. Gujarat spinners have done well, but Gujarat bowlers have taken only 6 wickets in the power play. So currently, you think everything's stacked against Gujarat?
No, no, see, T20 format, it's just a matter of one good over or a one good knock that can set the tone for the match. So see, they don't need to think about what has happened in the past. It's a new fresh game. So all they need to do someone might pull over, so take a couple of wickets, and the match might turn around. So I think yes, the key for Gujarat will be to restrict the Delhi Capitals batting to as low total as they want, because this is the Brabon, as we know, that 200 runs been scored at ease. So if they can restrict the Delhi Capitals batting for 170 even,
Gujarat
I
are
think
batting.
Gujarat can chase.
Gujarat are right. Gujarat are
So
batting.
Gujarat are
I
batting.
have one question here. I have one question here.
Yeah, Abhijit.
As we have seen in the IPL, now in WPL, most of the teams have played at least 5 matches. So you kind of know, like, what's the game of the opponents, and it's been played on the same pitches. So do you think now the match will be a low scoring or like medium scoring, because everyone knows everyone's weakness and strengths?
Bharat, you want to take that? Bharat,
Sorry,
you couldn't hear it, is it?
yeah, yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
hear
So,
it.
The
so
pitches.
Abhijit is asking that now obviously each team has seen the rest of the teams, so will and also the pitches of have been affected. But Abhijit, this pitch is a fresh one. That's what
Right.
we have been told. So apart from the pitch, now that they know the players. I mean, before this, domestic players weren't known, right? So does that mean
Hmm.
that the scoring rate also is affected?
Yeah, you can say that, but I guess it is more due to the fact that as the tournament progresses, we will get a few tight tracks. Based on that, I think the scoring rate might come down. Yes, obviously, but I guess the analysis, all everything would have been done even before so there's so much of analysis now. Even before the start of the tournament, a lot of analysis would have been done on domestic players. Not too sure that that's the case nowadays, because kind of analytics is increasing now. So much analytics going around that it doesn't take much long to understand what a domestic cricketer, what X or Y cricketer is doing, or doing well or not doing well. But in this case, it could be, as far as scoring rate is concerned, I guess as the tournament progresses, you will see a few lower scores.
Right. Um, Shubhan, Gujarat
So just
batting first.
just wanted to add one thing.
Yeah.
Just wanted to
Yes,
add
yes.
one thing on Lanning. See, I don't think there's a set pattern when it comes to spinners against Lanning, because, as you know, she's someone uses the feet really well, dances down the track, and she's someone who can judge the length well and go back and cut. So not sure a spinner has an advantage against her. Maybe once he chipped down the track and hit it straight to covers, this sort of things happen in T20 cricket. I think she's a very much an all-round player.
Absolutely. I think her
Fair
stats
enough.
say that she's pretty much an all-round player. Well, I think Abhijit had to leave. Shapnil, if
Yeah.
you can keep Abhijit backstage, please. Shubhan, getting to you, Kim Garth. When she
Hmm.
came in, uh, there was a lot of talk about an Australian coming in, but has pretty much looked like one of the better bowlers of the Gujarat Giants lineup.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I think Kim Garth and maybe for in some phases Tanuja Kanwar has done well, but Kim Garth has really been the face of that Gujarat Giants bowling unit. Ashley Gardner has been on and off, so there have not been any sort of leaders in that GG bowling pack, and Kim Garth, maybe due to lack of extremely big names in this Gujarat Giants bowling unit, Kim Garth has shown that she can take responsibility, she can lead a bowling unit, and she has done it extremely well. But I would really love to see others also rallying around Kim Garth with the ball and at least help her. Uh, or use that pressure which Kim Garth generally induces on the opposition and pick up a few wickets, because wicket column is something which Gujarat Giants have not managed to shake up a lot in this tournament.
Debashish, mm, Poonam Yadav coming in place of Tara Norris and not Radha Yadav, because Radha Yadav hasn't done much, whereas Tara Norris has given wickets. You think the right call?
Strange selections, because one would have hoped that they stuck with Tara Norris because she has uh, uh, picked wickets in this tournament, WPL so far. And also the advantage of having an extra for overseas cricketer, although he's from an associate nation, but that adds to that balance. But so strange, we have seen strange decisions being happen. Sophia Dunkley being benched out,
Dropped. Yeah.
or who was the other
Grace
one?
Harris.
Grace Harris was the other one.
So these things, strange things happen. Maybe she's Tara Norris is carrying an injury. I don't know the reason why. But then it will
No,
be a good
Lanning has said it's for the matchups. It's for the matchups.
matchup.
Matchup, yeah.
His
So I think as Shubhan rightly said at the start, because it will be a huge opportunity for someone like a Poonam Yadav. Obviously, she's making it's and a good WPL. Obviously, not many matches left. So if she does perform, obviously Radha Yadav has not been performing. So maybe that opens the doors for a return for a comeback to the Indian team again.
possible. Bharat, Poonam Yadav, why? I mean, Poonam Yadav seems to have lost that touch. Would you replace? I'll ask the same question. Would you replace a Tara Norris and get a Poonam Yadav or a Radha Yadav who's not doing well? And by the way, Radha Yadav is a fantastic fielder, but she has goofed up in the field as well. So, would you bring that change? Because again, Radha is not doing much with the bat as well.
Yeah. See, matchups these days, they do look at matchups these days. But when it comes to Tara Norris, that's what you asked, right? When it comes to Tara Norris, someone who hustles into the crease, she's someone who can, is a left arm bowler as well. She can give you that little bit of variety in the attack. I liked what I saw of her in the opening big game. They could have continued, but again, I understand this is it's all about this is a lot of things work on the basis of matchups.
Risha, are you audible? Yeah, right now. Yeah, please.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me?
Hmm. Yes. Now I can.
Yeah. I'm saying, what do you think would be a par score in this wicket?
Oh, it's difficult to say because it's a fresh pitch. I don't know how the ball will or is going to do
That's why I
in
put
the
you on the
first
spot, no, Shubhan.
3-4 overs. Depends on how Maijan Kap and Shika Pandey bowl. I would say it really
No,
depends.
that
But
that won't be
par
a
score,
prediction. That only we'll
anything.
see.
Anything. I think they should at least look to score 170, if not more. 170 is the bare minimum to in these shorter boundaries and the fresh pitch. I think it's going to keep up well. So 170 is the minimum.
Debashish, whom are you supporting today? I think I know the answer, but I'm still asking. Who do you think will win today? Not whom you are supporting. Who do you think will win? You are on mute. As of now, you're
Mute,
supporting
mute.
no one because you're
If,
on mute.
if Gujarat Giants post 170, then I'll
Then
put
you
my
will flip.
no, 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 never, never, never. I,
Wish I could say the same for ATK Mohan Bagan and East Bengal.
I think 170 will be chased. Subhan, if Gujarat Giants post
Ah.
170, I think Delhi Capitals have the firepower to chase 170.
You think 200,
Yeah,
Debashish?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
Anything
closer to 200, let's say.
closer to 200, it will be a safer bet.
for 200 to happen, I feel Sophia Dunkley will have to fire all cylinders. Otherwise, it would be tough.
Yes,
It would be tough.
the
Either of
only match that Gujarat scored 200 was Dunkley. You got a 19 ball 50.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
But the
So Sophia
question is,
Dunkley.
we are saying it's a wet pitch, there might be movement, and then we are also asking for a 19 ball 50. Too much to ask for, Bharat?
Yeah, I guess so. Because she's up against a couple of decent, good pace ballers as well. And if you look at how they
Hmm.
ball, they tend to nip it back, especially Cap with that action. I think we'll nip it back and get one to straighten. So not going to be easy for someone who hangs back in the crease. But yeah, as far as supporting is concerned, I always tend to support the underdog. So yeah, let's go with the
Hmm.
DC?
DC.
Did you say
It's
DC is the
something that I've
underdog?
always done.
Nah,
Huh?
GG.
Oh, thank
Sorry,
God.
which
I'm
I
like,
said
what?
GG.
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 Got
I
it.
said
Got it.
GG.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
GG
Got
is
it.
the
Got it.
underdog. So I just shortened it. So I was saying the same thing. Gujarat Giants. GG is the underdog. Something that I've always done. Obviously, that's how I started supporting Nadal as well against
Hmm.
Federer in 2003. So I would give it to GG just because they're the underdog, not GC, not DC.
GC. There's no team GC.
GG.
Maybe next one. Shubhan, you?
I think to keep the tournament alive and spiced up, the third spot I would say Delhi Capitals have to win today. Will have to win today, so that the next set of three matches would become very spicy. Who would take the third spot? It will be all open then. But yes, Delhi Capitals are favorite to win. If I have to put my money on a team, I think it will be Delhi Capitals.
We don't want money, we just want predictions. Treat, we don't mind. Maybe tomorrow when we meet. And Devashish, tomorrow, of
Next
course,
birthday.
yes, sure. Tomorrow, of course, the ODIs are starting. Before I end the show, uh, we will be coming with the pre-show, mid-show, and post-show. But Devashish, why don't you set it up a little? I'll give you 30 seconds or 1 minute to set it up, and then we'll go back to the WPL match. The ODI series, not the WPL match.
Is he stuck? I think he's stuck.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
his laptop, the technical issues, happens. Happens with batters, happens with good athletes. It can happen with us as well. So, gentlemen, prediction DC GG. I think it's 2-2 because I don't even need
Yeah.
to say that which team I am going for. That's like the easiest one. Mm, Well, the problem could be me, Shubhan. At times I'm feeling because I support RCB in IPL. I'm supporting GG here. The problem just could be me. But thank you so much.
Just wait for a couple of more matches to come to a conclusion.
Okay, keeping my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Shubhayan and Bharat, and I hope both of
Yeah.
you will join me for the post-match analysis of
Yep.
Delhi Capitals versus Gujarat Giants. And for all of you, stay tuned because this is the only channel in which you get boxing, you get badminton, you get cricket, all in the same pedestal, all covered with the same passion
We
and
get
same
F1
zeal.
also.
Sorry.
Just
F1
adding it.
also,
We
yes.
get I'm there for F1 as
Yes,
well.
absolutely. So, in short, all sports equal zeal, equal passion. Thank you so much for joining. Keep following us and keep enjoying all sports. Thank you.
Thank you.